was after I graduated, well, I've always been interested in magic to a point, and growing up in Iceland, you would see and hear about Icelandic magic staffs, like this one here, behind me.
Yeah.
And you would see them around, and you would ask questions. What are they? And people would tell you these are Icelandic magic staffs. They were used in Iceland in the 1600s up to the 19th, 20th century. And that came a bit later in my interest in that came a bit later when I started to write about magic. But the stories, the sagas, that was something that I was interested from a very early age. I remember when I was 7, and I pulled out Egil Saga from my grandfather's bookshelf. I took Egil Saga and I was starting to look into it, and I was reading the first 2 pages, and I was asking my grandfather, "What's that? What does this like? What does this mean?" There's a lot of archaic words here and there. It's basically 13th century language, and I managed to get through the first 2 pages, and then of course you read the sagas when you're in school, when you're in middle school, and then in high school, for example. You read Brenninal Saga, Laxdala Saga, Gunnar Saga, Ormstungu, for example. And so you get, of course, familiar with the sagas and the Eddas as well. And this interest was always a little bit back in my head. And it wasn't until I was maybe 23 or 4 when I thought to myself, maybe I should just formally study this in the university. I had thirst for deeper knowledge, so that's why I dived into folkloristic studies, and especially when I heard about this course by Terry Gunnell, which is called Pre-Christian Religions of the North, Old Norse religion, and that was best university course I've ever taken. It was magic.